The boy's voice cracked as he shouted in the middle of the busy market. "Please, just arrest me." People stopped. Some laughed. Others looked away. He was barefoot, no older than 10, his hands raised as if surrendering to a crime no one knew. A group of strangers stood nearby, men from a motorcycle group who had stopped for coffee. Their engines still hummed behind them, the sound cutting through the silence that had settled on the street. One of them, a tall man with a scar on his chin, looked at the boy and frowned. "Kid, what did you do?" he asked. The boy didn't answer. He just lowered his head, tears dripping onto the dusty ground. Before I tell you what happened next, like, comment, share, and subscribe to Kindness Valley. Tell me where you're watching from, because what happened next, no one expected. The boy's name was Sammy. He had been standing near a fruit stall for hours, watching people buy, laugh, and leave. But he didn't move. He didn't even blink much. When one of the bikers asked him again why he wanted to be arrested, he whispered, "Because if I'm in jail, at least I'll get food." The laughter in the crowd faded. The bikers looked at each other, unsure if they heard right. Sammy pointed toward a narrow alley. "My mother's sick. I tried to work, but no one lets a boy my age lift crates. I thought, maybe if the police take me, she'll get some food when they come for her." The words were small, but they cut through the noise like thunder. The scarred biker took a deep breath. His name was Raza, leader of a group known for speed, not for softness. He turned to his friends. "We can't just leave him." One of them replied, "Raza, this happens every day. You can't fix the world." But Raza shook his head. "Maybe not the world, but maybe today." The bikers followed the boy through the alley. The sound of their boots echoed on the wet stones. At the end of the lane stood a half-broken door. Inside, a woman lay on the floor, her face pale, a small candle flickering beside her. Raza knelt beside her. "Auntie, we're here to help." The woman tried to sit up but couldn't. "He's just a child," she whispered. "He should be in school, not begging police to take him." The silence in the room was heavier than the air itself. One of the bikers quietly left and returned with food. Another called a doctor he knew from the neighborhood clinic. They didn't say much. They just worked, quietly, like men making peace with something bigger than themselves. As the doctor arrived, Raza stepped outside. The street was now empty. He watched the sky turn orange, sunlight slicing through the clouds. That night they didn't ride home. They stayed, cooked food, cleaned the small room. And for the first time in months, Sammy and his mother ate together, not in fear, not in darkness, but under the soft light of a borrowed lamp. When Sammy smiled, Raza noticed something he hadn't felt in years: peace. Later, as they prepared to leave, the boy ran after them. "Uncle Raza!" he shouted, holding something in his hand, an old toy car missing a wheel. "It's my only toy," Sammy said, "but I want you to keep it, because you stopped when everyone else walked away." Raza knelt and took it. His rough hands trembled slightly. He placed his biker badge in the boy's palm. "Then we trade, little man." No one spoke after that. The engines roared, but their hearts were quiet. Days turned into weeks. Sammy's mother recovered slowly. The bikers kept visiting, bringing books, food, and laughter. And one morning when Raza came by, he saw Sammy standing outside with a school bag. "I'm going to school," the boy said proudly. Raza smiled. "Good, just promise me one thing." "What?" "Never ask anyone to arrest you again. Ask them to believe in you instead." The boy nodded, eyes bright with tears. Weeks later, someone uploaded a video of that day. The barefoot boy begging strangers to arrest him, and the bikers who chose compassion instead of indifference. It spread across the internet, reminding millions that sometimes the smallest cry for help can awaken the largest hearts. In a world too busy to notice pain, these men didn't just save a boy. They saved a piece of humanity itself, because kindness doesn't need a uniform or a badge, only the courage to stop. Listen and care. If this story moved you, like, comment, and share your Kindness Valley thoughts below, and subscribe for more untold stories that remind us the greatest strength is a gentle heart.